If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. My husband Chris recently said this when we were talking about business, and now I'm excited to officially announce that he is now my business partner.
Hey, did it.
Yeah, so we wanted to create this video to explain why we're partnering, what we're building, and to help you get to know us a little better.
So if you don't know us, we've been entrepreneurs for the past 5 years. And over those 5 years, we've created 4 businesses independently of each other. And all 4 have done 6 figures. So in May of 2025, we decided to kind of bring our skills together and partner. And we want to grow something big, something that we couldn't do alone. And we want to bring you guys along for the ride.
Yeah, so do you want to kind of start with your story and how you built your businesses?
Yeah, so I like starting my story in 2016, right when I graduated from college. Graduated with a chemistry degree and went right into corporate America working for a food company. Pretty soon I kind of knew that wasn't for me. During the long commutes, I would listen to like audiobooks around entrepreneurship, and that's when I was first exposed to entrepreneurship because I didn't know any entrepreneurs growing up. Everyone in my family had normal jobs. During those long commutes, I kind of started learning about like Tim Ferriss, Gary Vee, those guys. And it just kind of planted the seed. And I didn't really do anything with it. The next year, 2017, I bought a camera just as like a hobby to do something outside of work. Quickly fell in love with photography. Would go out in
Very good at it.
Chicago. Thank you. Would go out in Chicago like on the weekends, trying to just get better, learn about everything from exposure to composition to just timing great photos.
You would like always go out and shoot around the city, and I thought it was so cool.
Yeah, when you first started to like me.
Not yet.
Yeah. Well, we continued with the photography, and in like 2019, the very start of the year, I was kind of getting fed up with my job. Had switched jobs at one point and wasn't for me anymore. I knew I wanted out, and photography seemed like the answer. It was something I was good at. People made money with it. It was common to be like a photographer, but I just had zero confidence in myself that I could start a business. So I wanted to build that confidence up. So I decided to do like the hardest thing I could think of, and that was an Ironman triathlon. So I signed up for that race pretty much right when we started dating.
Literally, we started dating March 2019, and I don't know, within like a month or something, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna start my business, and oh, by the way, I'm training for an Ironman." So I'm like, "This is what I just signed up for." Okay.
Yep. So came along for the ride. So all of 2019 spent like training for this race, pretty much like 6 days a week, anywhere from like an hour to like 8-hour training sessions. So that was my life.
Yeah, it was pretty much like we would work, and then you would end up going and working out for like 1 to 3, 4 hours after work, right?
Yeah.
And then I would like put together a little dinner, and you'd come over and we'd eat together and hang out, and then just repeat.
Yeah.
Weekends were like 6 to 8 hours of workouts, bike rides, and swimming and everything.
Yeah. And we still made plenty of time for each other,
Yeah,
which
that was impressive.
yeah. So that was 2019. Yeah, the actual race, pretty hard, but the hard part was the consistent training up until then. Once I crossed the finish line, I pretty much knew I could start a business. It seemed like it would be easier in comparison. I was very wrong, but I had the confidence to start, which was the big thing. October 2019, I started looking up ways to make money with photography, looked up everything. There wasn't many resources out there at the time. I bought a course in like January 2020 from a guy, Zach Dula. He was teaching like sales and marketing and cold emails. So I started doing that kind of stuff. Reached out to a few cafes, breweries, had some gigs lined up. And then the world shut down. So I allowed myself a few weeks to feel sorry for myself. And then I went back right at it, like started reaching out to like e-commerce brands because I thought, okay, coffee shops and breweries are closed. Let's pivot to online. And so I started emailing those brands and reaching out to them, trying to create the system to have like a repeatable process. But for like the first months, like nothing was really working.
Is there a reason you chose like it sounds like food and beverage from the beginning?
I did experiment with like a few different niches. Like this was for product photography for food and beverages, but I had like a background in it. So I think I had a leg up there. Plus I chose product photography just because I wanted something I could do at home in my studio since the world was kind of shut down. I kept that up for months and months and months. And then July came along and I got my first paying client using like the system that I've been developing. And it was for $500, like not a big client by any means. I had about like 3 to 6 months of savings and figured I could give this a go. So I put in my 2 weeks notice and went full time right then and there.
Yeah, I still remember celebrating with the guys at your apartment.
Yeah, popping champagne.
Yeah, yeah, and like seeing you do that gave me the confidence to quit my job when the time came. Because yeah, I like going back on my story, I started Broken Oven Baking, my food blog in 2020. Because like I just watching him build his business out in 2019, it showed me that like entrepreneurship doesn't have to be this kind of crazy life. Like obviously it can be depending on how you do it, but my dad is an entrepreneur, and so growing up, like I just saw how chaotic and stressful his life was, and I didn't really want that to be my life. So that's why I like went to college and just wanted a regular 9 to 5 and have like, you know, the work-life balance and all that. But it ended up not being for me. I was just kind of bored in all the positions I had, like as an assistant scientist, clinical research coordinator, like all that kind of stuff. I really enjoyed working with the people, but the actual job itself was like not super fun to me. And especially towards the end, like before, like kind of when I was starting Broken Oven Baking, I was working in a hospital with GI cancer patients, and it was just getting really hard because those are some really tough cancers, and it's just really sad to work with those patients. And so I kind of wanted something like a hobby to take my mind off of work. I think I remember telling you that, like, I'm like, this is just, I need something.
Yeah, you were going through it.
Yeah, I just started baking more because I always really enjoyed it. Growing up, I baked a lot with my grandma. And so I thought that could be my new hobby. So I tried making, well, I chose a different challenge than an Ironman, and that was macarons.
Also very difficult. I have never successfully made macarons.
Yeah, so it took me a few attempts, especially with my broken oven at the time. But I finally got them down, and from there I was like, if I can make macarons, I can make anything, right? But yeah, so just was baking more, and since you were starting the product photography company, you were kind of taking pictures of everything. And then I was posting them on Instagram, and after like, I don't know, 5 months of posting consistently on there, I was introduced to the food blogging community, and everyone was so nice and welcoming, and it showed me that a food blog is a career that you could have, and it's amazing because it kind of combines things that I love, like baking and technology, web design, like all that kind of stuff. I really enjoyed like playing around with web design and Adobe and all that kind of stuff as a kid. So I discovered food blogging and the people in it. In May 2020, I launched my blog, Broken Oven Baking. I eventually, I think a few months later, took over photography duties from you, got my own camera and learned that.
Thankfully. My food photography was not great. Products were good.
Yeah.
Which is impressive that you grew your Instagram so quickly.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, those were, I think I got frustrated because I was like, no, like you got to do it this way. And I was like, I need to just do this now.
Yeah.
But you helped me kind of learn how to take the photos. So that was really nice. You were not hurt at all by me coming in.
Like, I got some more time for these client product shoots.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think around like August was when I started learning photography and taking over there, and it was really fun to like practice and get better at it. because I also really enjoyed photography growing up. Like I took photo classes in, I think, high school, and like the darkroom and everything. That was always my favorite. Then 2021, that was about a year after I started the Instagram. So was it 10K or 1K? I don't remember.
Yeah, it was. I feel
My
like it was
Instagram
one.
following grew pretty quickly, at least compared to these days.
I think it took the same amount of time to go from 0 to 1K as it did from like 1K to 10K. I remember like
Yeah,
that second one being quick.
yeah, I don't remember exactly when, but anyway, early 2021, I had landed 3 brand partnerships, and that was when I decided to quit my job and go full time with it. Because seeing him do it after signing a $500 client, I was like, well, I've got 3 that are over thousands of dollars. So, but I also had like a few months of savings, and I had him and one of our friends kind of pushing me to go full time, just like encouraging me, because I was really nervous because I was working as a contractor at a pharmaceutical company, and I was just nervous to quit because I had promised them I'd be there for a year, and I wasn't going to go that long, and they did not take it well, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It all worked out.
It all worked out. Yeah, it was really cool seeing you go all in on your business, watching that grow, and actually just seeing your skills develop and your confidence was really just inspiring to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't have done it without you. Like, you've been a huge mentor for me the whole time.
Yeah.
Just like kind of being on the sidelines watching you build your business was really helpful.
Yeah, it's been very fun watching you grow and helping you along the way. So now we're at, 2021?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just quit your job.
My job, like end of April.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so my 2021, I started a YouTube channel, which is something I wanted to do for a very long time. Like one of my earliest inspirations was like Casey Neistat. So he was just a massive YouTuber, so I wanted to try it out. So I started teaching just like photo and video lessons, like how to use your camera. My videos were terrible. Like if you go and watch them, they're still up on the channel. But I was just like monotone, deadpan,
It was like
robotic.
welcome to my channel. I quit my job in the middle of the pandemic.
I throw in
Oh yeah, the hand motions.
I got good at
We
hand
get
motions. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You gotten a lot better.
Yeah, so the YouTube channel, I devoted a lot of time to that. That first year, 2021, I published like 70, 80 videos because everyone said the same thing. Like I listened to like the big YouTubers. They were like, just publish at least 1 video a week for a year. Don't worry about anything else, and you'll be monetized. And just try and get like 1% better. So that's what I did. I posted a ton of videos. November, got monetized. I remember us going out to eat to one of our favorite spots,
Which one?
Kumiko.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a while, but that was one of our favorites. I remember celebrating there. But at the same time, I was doing a ton of photo and video work. I ended up hiring a photo editor for Pieta Productions, video editor for the YouTube channel, and a virtual assistant to help with like sales and outreach. So made a ton of hires, probably too many. But I had a lot of like systems going in the back end, so everything was working smoothly. And then going into 2022, I felt like I was really locked into everything and everything was kind of coming together. And that year, everything kind of really fell into place. Like I haven't done 6 figures in that business up until then. And 2022, the first 6 months, we did 6 figures, which was really cool. And at that point, I was like, okay, this is really good. This works. But the audience was asking for me to put together some course or like coaching thing around that. So I spent like the second half of 2022, I scaled back some of the photo and video work, but I started building out a course, which became Creative Biz Launch, which was released at the end of 2022. And then 2023 onwards, my time was kind of split in the photo and video business, on the YouTube channel, and like the course and coaching business. And yeah, everything was really coming together. Everything had a nice groove to it, was helping people, building communities, all that good stuff. And you also kind of started doing that, right?
Yeah, it's I can't believe that was 2022.
Yeah,
It feels like so long ago, but
Yes.
also like not.
we got this
Yeah.
guy too.
Also got the floofer then.
Yeah, it feels so long ago to say 2022, and feels
Sleepy
like just
paws.
yesterday too.
Okay, sorry, you can go back.
We interrupt this program for Archie.
Fluffy break. Yeah, so 2022 was kind of when things started to take off for me too. Because 2021, after I quit my job, I kind of just went all in on learning and implementing like SEO. I hired someone to help me with Pinterest because I just did not want to do that. I never liked Pinterest in my personal life, so I knew how important it was for food blogs to grow, but I just didn't want to do that. And I wanted to kind of focus on like actually creating content and learning and implementing SEO. So, like I got a new theme, host, everything that was just like really high quality, made my site a lot faster and more user friendly, and also just like made it easier for me to use on the back end. Like I think that was huge too. All of that, I was doing about 2 new posts per week. I had signed up to get an SEO audit, and that was set to be in June 2022. And about a month before that, I ended up hitting 50,000 sessions and got on Mediavine.
That was a big deal. I
Yeah.
remember that happened.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think I was around like 43,000, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
applied
You weren't sure if you
early.
were gonna get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, but I did. That was exciting.
Yeah.
And then I had my SEO audit after that, and it went really well. Like, there wasn't like a ton of things that I needed to fix, and so that told me I was on the right track, doing a good job. And other food bloggers started kind of reaching out to me and asking me things about my site and like just asking for advice. And I really enjoyed connecting with them and answering their questions and just kind of helping them out. And so then I decided to start coaching in 2023.
Hey. That's when food blog coaching was born.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It feels like just yesterday, but also like you've been doing it for so long.
Yeah, really been enjoying it. Yeah, so when I started off, I was pretty much doing just one-on-one coaching. I think I started it by doing like a giveaway for people on Instagram. Just like doing coaching calls. There were coaching calls, but I would literally like audit the blog and just over prepare. So it was more like blog audits plus coaching calls. I did like a giveaway. I think I chose like 2 or 3 food bloggers to do that just because I wanted to know that I could actually help and provide value to people and kind of like get to know the process of working with someone. So I did those first few for free and really enjoyed it. That was another thing I wanted to make sure that I actually liked it. I did like it, and I was able to help. Like I got some really great feedback and testimonials, and so then I opened up one-on-one coaching calls, and I think that's the year when I tried my first group coaching, right? Yeah, so my first group coaching program was like a mixture of one-on-ones and group coaching. So I would meet with each person once a month for a coaching call individually, and then also one group call per month, I think. But yeah, so did that program and again got some really great feedback and people enjoyed it, got good results. From there, I decided to build out a bigger group coaching program. In 2024, I started the new group coaching program. That was like a 6-month program with 12 food bloggers. We were meeting once a week on Zoom, and I would teach a lesson on a topic, or we would have a guest speaker, like an industry expert, come join us and kind of talk about what they're an expert in. And we'd also do spotlights, which are just like hot seats, but I call them spotlights because hot seat kind of makes me feel like I'm on a timeout or something.
Yeah, I remember when you were putting like all of those together into like one group coaching program. I just remember how much you would prepare for all of these calls. You were spending so much time getting everything perfect and ready because you just wanted to give your members like the best experience possible, which seeing like the amount of effort you put in was like inspirational for me to like do that for my group as well, because that's kind of when I started coaching too.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of started there around the same time. Like up until that point, I was kind of like a year behind you, but then we kind of both started doing that around the same time.
Yeah, the coaching, and like you had group coaching programs before me.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I still to this day like over prepare and like spend hours prepping for these calls, but like I did that from the beginning with the one-on-ones just
Yeah.
because like I want to provide, like they're paying me, so like they deserve a lot of value, and I want to make sure I'm giving that to them and I'm actually helping, and like they're gonna see results because of this, and like make sure they understand it and everything.
Yeah, like you give back a lot, and it's very evident. Like after I came into the business, like it was cool to see like everything from a back end to understand how things kind of work together. Because like I thought I had a pretty good idea of like what you did on a day-to-day basis, just because we talk about all the time, and I was helping you a little bit, but like going in and seeing everything from a back end was super cool for it all to kind of click for me and really understand what it is like that you've been building.
I want to help people and like do whatever I can to do that.
Yeah, so I think that's like something where we both share, because if like in 2023, like picking back from where I left off, like I started my course and like added coaching on top of that later on. 2023 is when I first started teaching this stuff like to people that were paying me, and that was a really like new experience and also rewarding, just seeing people's results, like seeing the system work, because I did like a soft launch initially just because I didn't know if people could be able to replicate my results, and then people came back and were like, this is awesome, I got these clients, blah blah blah. I was like, okay, let's just fully launch this. So a lot of 2023 was spent like getting Creative Biz Launch into the hands of more and more people and like learning how to teach. And I will say like that business was so much harder than I thought it would be. Like way, way harder than running a photo and video business. Like photo video business, you just find clients, pitch them, do a service, and that's kind of it, which is hard, but less complicated than like an education or coaching thing.
Yeah, that's how I feel about mine too, because like for when I'm baking, people are going to my site and making my recipes for free. Like it's very low pressure. Like I still feel the pressure because I'm like, what if they mess up and it's my recipe that's wrong, and like I did something wrong. Like I don't want that to happen, obviously. But when it comes to coaching other food bloggers, like I know how hard it is. Like I've been in their position. I'm trying to make their lives easier, not harder, and they're actually giving me money for what I'm doing. Like I don't want to let them down.
Yeah, it's a lot
Like
different
that's
when
not
like,
acceptable to me.
yeah, like when a brand is paying you, it's a little different than like just a person paying you, because you want this person to like succeed because you've been in their shoes, you've walked the walk, you know how hard it is, and you know like with a few extra tools and like avoiding some mistakes, it could be easier. And that's kind of, I think what we both found is like, at least for me, it's way more fulfilling to help someone who's been where I was versus like help a brand get new photos. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's way more rewarding to help people actually like build a business and become a better person while doing it. Like that's really huge, I think, to both of us, because like our own personal growth or like our own personal journeys have grown so much with our businesses. Like what's the quote? Your business works on you more than you work on it, or something.
Yes. Yeah.
Like I feel like that's true, and that's a big part of what I think both of us are doing, because we want to help people just become better people and better entrepreneurs, not just build a business. Like that's obviously the big thing too, but
Yeah. Like
it's more than that.
yeah, I'm glad we both do that, and both of our communities have kind of told us that they've been able to grow like on a personal level, like people you've coached. And that was really unexpected for me to see, because I see my community members like working out more or like reading more, like trying to become better people, which was such a cool just side effect of like being in a community of people that are that have kind of the same mission as you do.
Yeah, and like it also is kind of on an industry standard too, like not just clients or like other food bloggers, but also like other industry experts, like service providers, that kind of stuff. Like I feel like, I mean, I don't know how much I individually have impacted the industry, but like, for example, me putting out more info out there for free, like my newsletters, Instagram, stuff like that. I feel like that's kind of helped make the industry overall more transparent because now people are more willing to share that kind of information rather than like gatekeep. And I feel like, I don't know, it's cool being able to help impact the industry in that way too.
Yeah, like you set the standard and people realize, okay, this is new and probably a better way of doing things, and others follow suit. It's cool.
Yeah, I think it's like there's not like a ton of food vlogging information out there that's reliable, at least. And a lot of it that is, you have to pay for. So that's why I wanted to put out my newsletter and just kind of share like Instagram content and stuff like that, so that there are still free resources available. And like the information is free, but like if you want help implementing and growing faster, that's where kind of like you can hire us as experts to help you do that.
Yeah, exactly.
But the actual like information, I don't think you should have to pay for that.
Yeah, it's like the quote like a lot of people in the industry say is like, you don't sell information, you sell implementation help. Because like info is out there, like there's even like ChatGPT now, and you can just get whatever you want. So
Yeah. I just want to make the industry more like open and honest, like transparent, and just make the information accessible and just overall more positive. Especially these days, things are getting kind of doomsday-y.
yeah, I think just mindset plays a big role into it. Like I'm not too into like the woo like manifest stuff, but like mindset, like how you view the world and like show up every day and talk to yourself is so important. And
Yeah.
like that's same with you. Like I've been trying to spread that stuff both like on YouTube and like through my program. But on the same note with like giving away information, like I'm with the same mindset. Like my YouTube videos, like you can build a 6-figure business just from those. But if you want to move faster, if you want like the implementation, that's why I started my program. And that's like why in like 2024 I spent so much more time on the Creative Biz launch versus Pieta Productions. One, like it was a lot more fulfilling helping people, and two, like I saw this as like a bigger vision, like bigger impact than like my photo and video business. So that's why like 2024 was like 80% spent on CBL, and then 2025 still did like some photography work, but mostly was doing Creative Biz launch stuff until we started having that serious conversation about us partnering.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to kind of talk about that?
Yeah, this kind of leads your story up to there. And
Yeah, so at the beginning of this year, I launched the Current Group Coaching Program. And I also, like in January, went to a food blogging conference. I was still doing the newsletters, running Broken Oven Baking. I still had one-on-one mentorship clients. And so I was just doing a lot and burning out really quickly. Like I think beginning of this year was like the worst burnout I've ever had. Like I could tell that my memory was kind of getting worse and everything. So like I was having mental breakdowns at least once a month, and just knew that something had to change. So I put my newsletter on pause.
I think we both kind of recognized signs of burnout. We were both doing a lot. You were doing everything 100%, making sure everything was done to a T, and there's just a lot of everything going on. So I remember us getting more intentional about taking rest too, like really learning to take time off, which was its own like challenge. But I think we kind of got through that, and that's when like the partnership conversations kind of started to get serious, right?
Yeah, I think it just started coming up more and more because we, like months before that, we had kind of talked about like if one of our businesses took off and the other person could jump in if it made sense.
Yeah, that was like, yeah, that was a while ago. And yeah, we were open to the idea of either person's business kind of working. We weren't really fully convinced to partner yet. But I think this year, everything just kind of lined up perfectly.
Yeah, I feel like we've both had time in our businesses and like individually to kind of figure out what we enjoy, what we're good at, and like, yeah, just kind of our skill sets.
Yeah, I think that was big actually, because I remember at a lot of dinners, like we're eating and you're talking about something you don't like doing in your business, and I'm like, well, you just need systems, or you got to do this, this, and this, and you're like, how does that come so easily to you?
Yeah.
And then like the same exact thing happened when I was like complaining about something I had no idea how to do or didn't like doing. Okay. Me talking about something that wasn't working or something I didn't like doing, and you're just like, oh, just do this, this, and this. And
yeah, I think it was like the connecting with people and that kind of stuff came a little more easy to me. And
yeah, definitely. And then I think the more and more we talked about that, the more and more we realized we just really had complementary skill sets, and like across the board. It's kind of crazy. Like every gap we have, the other person fills.
yeah, but it's not necessarily like you love everything I hate and I love everything you hate. Like there's still overlap with what we enjoy. Like we both like technology and analytics and food.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of overlaps and
People.
yeah. So like we're both, I think independently, our businesses all had like the same vision and mission. Just how we got there was a little different. And now that we're partnering, we have the same vision, and we now have two really concrete skill sets to kind of attack that vision and get there, which is really cool. This like concept of like 1 + 1 = 10, like the sum is greater than its parts. I think that's really true. And it's been good so far. It's been really fun to like open up this new aspect of our just relationship too. Because like we never had this like working together type relationship.
Yeah. Crystal will be sitting on the couch at night sometimes just watching TV or something, and he'll be like, it's so cool. We like have so many different like, how do you put it?
Like pillars of the relationship.
Yeah, relationship pillars.
Yeah.
That's what normal couples talk about.
Yeah, it's
So
like
we've got like, we're married and we still like date and stuff. We work together now. We are dog parents. Like,
yeah, like so many different things we're doing together.
friends.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, we get this like new pillar of the relationship, and it's very, very cool. And we've built this relationship over the past 6 years together.
Yeah.
Before that,
Before that, we were friends for 6 years.
mm-hmm.
We actually met in college, but we didn't go to the same college.
How's that work?
So freshman year of college, I lived in the same dorm on the same floor as two of his high school friends, and we became really good friends. Me and his friends, not him. I didn't know him yet. But within a few months of becoming friends with them, I was getting all of these random Facebook friend requests from guys that I had never met before. But it turns out it was my two new friends, high school friends, so like him and a few other guys.
Yeah, I remember us. I think we were like playing video games in our friend's basement, and he was telling us about you, and they were like, "Oh, we should all friend her." I don't remember why. I remember, I think I messaged you about like Dexter. Yeah. And the rest is history.
Yeah, so so I guess the first time we met was over Facebook.
Yeah.
And then the summer after freshman year, we met in person at Summerfest, right?
Yeah. Through college, we weren't really friends, right?
Yeah, no.
It wasn't until,
Like we would talk here and there over like Facebook Messenger or something. But
yeah. then like it was until you moved to Chicago where we really started hanging out, right?
Paris, you like visited my college sometimes, like UW-Madison, but not that often. And it wasn't until like
Yeah.
sophomore or junior year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I met you a few times there, but yeah, you moved to Chicago 2017, 2018?
27, no, yeah, 2018.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you and some of the other guys were living here, and so I was really happy. Like, you guys were some of my best friends. And so I got to move to Chicago, which I've always wanted to live in, and some of my best friends were here, which was awesome. Got to spend more time with you guys. And
Yeah. Came along on my photo adventures.
Yeah.
I remember there was like a lot of sunrise photo shoots in Chicago, part of like this group, and they would invite us to like the Sears Tower to go shoot, or like John Hancock, and I would bring you along for some of those, and
Yeah.
that's when you saw I was so good at photography.
Yeah, just kind of like got to know you better. Started photography, something I was always interested in. You could cook a good steak, which I grew up eating steaks, and I was like, this is amazing. Played guitar, like,
Oh yeah, checked all the boxes.
yeah, so just kind of started to like you and tried fighting it because I didn't want to mess up the friend group.
Can only fight for so long.
Yeah, I ended up telling two of our friends, I guess the two friends that I was friends with from the beginning. And then one of them told him. It felt very high school, but it worked out. Yeah.
Yeah, my friend called me and was like, Kayla likes you. And I was like, whoa. And then like a few days later, I went over to your place and we started dating.
Yeah, he came over. I was making pies for Pi Day. And like I knew why he was coming over. Like I knew that he knew. And we just like sat on the couch after making the pies, and he just had this speech memorized and just started reciting it, and I was like jumping in like, yeah, like whatever, and he just did not even listen. He just kept talking.
I had to say what I came to say. It worked.
He's like, I think we should try dating. Are you sure? I think that's what I said. Yeah, so
Yeah.
just like took things really slow because we wanted, like, friendship came first, especially with the other guys. Like, we were both really close to them, and we didn't want to mess up the friend dynamics or anything like that, and just wanted to make sure that it was legit before we let it ruin any friendships.
Yeah. And we realized it was legit, and we've been partners since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
March 2019.
Yeah, March 2019. We moved in together 2021. And then, yeah, we
Got RG 2022.
Yeah, like I often tell this to a lot of entrepreneurs I meet, that like since we're both entrepreneurs, we like both understand about like making sacrifices and like making time for each other, and like we both set our own schedules so we can work as much or as little as we want. And I think before anything, we like communicate with each other. It's like, hey, this week's gonna be kind of crazy. Is that cool? And I'm like, yeah, let's just fit a date night in there. And yeah, it's been really easy to make it work. And like having someone in your corner through everything has been so helpful.
Yeah,
Like that
that's
is,
huge.
yeah, like having a partner through it is amazing.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier. 'Cause, like, I especially kind of struggle with the mental part, and you've been huge for me because I did not grow up with a lot of positivity and support, and like,
Yeah.
I really had to like train my brain or like retrain it to be more positive and optimistic, and like I'm not into like the manifesty stuff either, but just I do now believe the whole like you become what you think, I guess. That my dad always said that to me, but it never
Yeah.
really made sense to me. I was like, oh, so if I think I'm a dolphin, I can become a dolphin. Like,
Yeah, it's really what you repeat over and over.
yeah. But like you kind of ingrained that in me to like be grateful and
Yeah.
like think of the bright side and like what if the best thing happens and
Yeah. Like, what if the best case scenario comes true?
yeah.
Yeah. So it's been cool to see like your mindset change and shift.
Yeah, so we both had a lot of growth over the past few years and just working on our own individual businesses and now we're gonna grow even more. We're partnering together.
Yeah. We're going to be able to push each other more, watch each other grow up close inside the business.
We're coming at it as like we said, complementary skill sets. So we're each kind of having our own different roles. We're still kind of figuring them out, but we have a general idea of what we're good at and what we want to be doing.
Yeah, so I'm kind of coming in with the operation side of it, like the systems, AI implementation, even like content and marketing, just stuff that I'm really passionate about. I'm also like training up the team and delegating stuff. I think those are some of my strong suits.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it'll be really cool to like see all the tools that you build up for the group coaching and everything, just to make our lives easier. So yeah, we're going to be building them out for Broken Oven Baking and then kind of making sure they work really well there and then
Yeah, then deploying them to the group. I really like the kind of balance between the two businesses, like Broken Oven Baking, we do stuff, test it, see what works, see what doesn't work, and then Food Blog Coaching, we teach it to everyone so they can like skip the mistakes and have like the best toolkit.
yeah, so we want to build out frameworks, tools, and community. Super important.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of my strong suit. And it's like building the community and just connecting with people, seeing how we can help, and teaching things in a way that like shows people how and why to do things rather than just like giving them an answer and being like, go do this, but don't understand why you're doing it. Like, I think it's really important to know why you're doing things in your business. And so I want to like really bring value there and help people understand the why as behind what they're doing.
Yeah, I think that's so important because that's a core value of mine. And like when I was building my company up, I created a biz launch. I would try and teach stuff from like first principles, not like do these hacks to get your first 5 clients in this month. It's you're building your business foundation so that you can have a sustainable business for like years to come. It's not like this get rich quick thing overnight. It's actually understanding why your business works, why certain things work together. And that's really hard to teach, really hard to do well, which I think is a reason a lot of people don't do it that way. But if you're open-minded and willing to learn and implement, then it's, in my opinion, the best way to run a business.
Yeah, and like teaching that kind of stuff is also why it takes hours to prep for the calls.
Yeah.
So it's hard.
It's really hard. It's knowing, like taking a complex concept and making it simple is like one of the hardest things to do.
Yeah.
And making sure that everyone understands it. And this is like, I think one of the big differences between one-on-one and group coaching is group, you're on a topic that everyone will kind of learn from and benefit from. And then like the back half of it is like the personalized coaching at the end of the call to like apply it to people's situations.
So yeah, like the general framework and lesson, but then also leaving time for the more like personalized coaching. And then also having like the guest speakers and everything come in where we're not necessarily experts. 'Cause like we have a lot of skill sets that complement each other and it is like way more well-rounded than if it was just me alone. Because like you're really good with email deliverability and like cold pitching.
Yeah,
and,
it was like random things I learned over the years.
yeah, and like delegating and creating SOPs and outsourcing and like all that kind of stuff. So you can really teach like the business part, but you also have the creative knowledge, like photo, video, all that kind of technical stuff.
Yeah, so it's fun being able to do that.
Yeah, but then I bring more of like the actual food blogging experience and knowledge, and like the community. Like the community is the most important part to me, I think, because I just want people to feel supported and like they have this safe, positive environment to come and learn from other people, ask questions, get advice and feedback, and just like make friends while you're doing it, because blogging can be such a lonely journey.
I think that's the big one. Like your ability to build communities and have not only build a community and get people in it, but keep it engaged and valuable and make a safe space for people to be vulnerable. Like just scrolling through your group, it's so cool to see what people are like, all the wins, but also like what people are willing to share and open up about. Like it's such a cool space. Like that is such a impressive skill that you have.
Yeah, I think it just helps like just be myself. Like I think I relate to a lot of people like food bloggers because I'm really shy and quiet, and like I have had to really push myself out of my comfort zone to get to where I am, and like I want to help encourage people to do that themselves. And like I'm like, I know how scary it is to go onto a group call and want to ask a question but not want to because you're afraid of sounding stupid, or like you're just too shy, or it'll come out wrong. Like I literally can write a question down and still have it come out wrong when I speak it in a group because I'm so nervous.
Yeah.
But like I just don't want people to feel that way. Like I want them to be really comfortable and like to be able to ask those questions, even if they're surrounded by food bloggers who are like a few months or years ahead of them.
Yeah, and like what we're building with this group, like we have a big vision for it, and we can share some stuff here. Like we want this to be not only like great lessons, frameworks, coaching, but also we're bringing in industry experts, like you said, but also building out like the tools on the back end. So not only are you going to like learn how to become a better blogger and get to 100K sessions on a premium ad network, like we want to give you the tools to make it easier. So like I'm building a lot of stuff in like the AI space to help the group out. Just things like that make your life easier, make your job easier, so you can like focus on the thing you love most. Because I know with like blogging, you wear a dozen hats, and some people like certain aspects of it, and some people like other aspects of it. So we want to make it so you're doing the stuff that you love most, and the other stuff you either use tools to help you with or outsource or.
Yeah, and like we're helping teach you how to do those things, like outsource the things that you don't like, or
Yeah, because it's like it's not, the goal isn't necessarily to just grow your blog. It's to build a like sustainable blogging business, and there's like a clear difference there, and not only like how you approach your business, but also like your mindset behind it and your why behind it too. And we want this to be a program about like, it's like built for creative entrepreneurs, for bloggers that want to build a business.
yeah. And I think it's valuable to a lot of different food bloggers at different levels, because like we've got people who are maybe like 50, have like 50 posts up, and they're still kind of growing and trying to reach the ad network. And then we also have people that are on like Mediavine or Raptive, and even they still get a lot of value out of the community and learn new things as we're going through different, like I remember someone, when you presented on AI, they were like, wow, I didn't even realize that that was a thing.
Yeah.
And even though they're like kind of more of a seasoned blogger, but like it's just really cool to see that we can help people across the spectrum.
And even like within the community, some people like, there's so much diversity in like what people are doing. Some people are like working on cookbooks.
Yeah.
Others like have a blog and like a YouTube channel on the side that's like rather big. Others are just starting on YouTube. So there's like all these different people that can help with different things and share their unique perspectives, which is really awesome to see like in the community.
Yeah. Yeah, like I know a lot of our members want to learn about photography, and so one of the members said that they could teach photography because that's one of their like freelance jobs. And so it's just really cool to see everybody want to get involved and help out and like see other people get results. And like we just want to help each other grow, truly.
Yeah. So what we're doing now with like the vision is to really grow both businesses, the blog and the coaching business, right? And we want to help a lot of people along the way.
Yeah, so there's a lot that we want to do moving forward. I know I have a lot of big ideas. Like, I would love to do a podcast and a YouTube channel and retreats someday. Maybe even a conference, I don't know. But
Yeah.
I've got big dreams.
Yeah, we got a big vision. I love all of that. Like I think doing some in-person stuff is would be so rewarding.
Yeah.
I've never done that, so that'd be a fun challenge.
Yeah, I've never hosted.
Yeah, but yeah, we got a lot of big stuff in the calendar in the next few months and then going to next year. I'm still honestly learning a lot about like the blogging world too. Like these past like 2-3 months have been really cool to just like try and learn stuff and see the behind the scenes of everything. And I'm getting a really good understanding of stuff I didn't know, and it's helping me like refine other skill sets. And really cool how like things I did in my business are just like sometimes like completely the same in a different niche. Like it's the exact same stuff, just like slightly tweaked, which is cool. But other things are just like completely different and new to me, which is fun and exciting.
Yeah.
To learn that.
Yeah, still learning a lot, and there wasn't really an onboarding. It was kind of just like you jumped in and started helping out, like organize systems and everything.
I guess one thing that I didn't talk about is like what's happening with my businesses. So like with Creative Biz Launch, like I'm basically just stopping like the marketing, and it's just going to be hopefully growing through word of mouth and still showing up to coaching calls. And the program is really robust, works really well. Like we rebuilt it last year, and people still continue to get great results from that. So I'm basically just stepping back from the marketing, which was like 95% of my time.
Yeah.
And then devoting that to all these other areas inside of Broken Oven Baking and food blog coaching.
Very excited that you're on the team.
Yeah, it's I keep emphasizing like the complementary skill sets, but it's like so cool to just do what I love all day long. Even like I loved what I did before, it's like even more aligned.
Like last week you were taking a bunch of stuff off my plate, and I was like, you don't have to do it if you don't enjoy this, or like if it's not worth your time.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I like this. I'm like, thank God, because I don't.
Yeah, like I was in Slack all day, and I was like, all right, what else are you doing right now? Because like you had I think you were preparing for some podcast interviews, and like you had like very big things, and I was like, okay, what can I do now to make that easier?
Yeah, so been a huge help. Definitely a 1 + 1 = time. Yeah, so I guess we should wrap this up.
Recording for, I think, nearly 2 hours. I don't know. There's been a lot of pauses, so we'll see how long the actual end is.
Thank you so much for joining us and hearing our stories. We're just really excited to just work together and build things out, and hopefully work with you. Come say hi. He's Chris Pieta on Instagram, and I'm at Food Blog Coach. But yeah, just slide in our DM, say hi. We would love to just connect with you, get to know you. If we can help, great. If not, we just like to say hi and connect with people and be friends.
Yeah, the best. All right. Well, thank you, everyone.